Alright, well, usually I do start off the video with me picking up the stuff from the door, but since I was outside and was picking up packages from Amazon and the UPS guy happened to pull up, I just had him handed over to me because they are pretty heavy, and so this is what I've been waiting for. From Yoda Masters, I got me some Trail Gear 6-shooter knuckles, as well as some black ARP studs. So definitely stoked about getting this and putting it on the Toyota 4Runner. And I think this box here probably has some other stuff, such as the seal kit. I'm gonna change the seals and stuff like that while I'm in there taking out the axles anyway and taking out the knuckles, so might as well service that. So it's gonna be a busy weekend, but yeah, I'll unbox this and then get started with putting it together. All right, so it's gonna be a busy day, maybe 2 days, but I got myself here. I'm gonna go ahead and paint these steering arms from Trail Gear 6-shooters. All right, it's kind of already pretty, how late is it? Mid-afternoon now?
Yep.
And we're just starting to drill this hole now. It started to finally go, but giving it a little bit of a break, but as you can see, it's working. There's just a lot of metal shavings everywhere, but we're getting there. That's just one hole, man, one hole. Little update, party time. We're getting some bump stops basically welded on right there. Got the disc brakes on. Still need to finalize that, but my boy Ricardo right here did that job. And I am on the second hole here. I think that's done. Well, it's only one way to tell. I don't think it's done. Nope, not. Still a little bit ways to go. Almost. I'm getting there. But that's 3/4. One hole down, second hole to go. Third. And then the pitman arm. So lots of work to do.
There was no
Alright guys, day 2. Trying to get some motivation going. It's already past noon. Slept in a little bit. It was very late last night, so got these tie rods and drag links going and spray painted them. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. I've already done the other side, so I'm waiting for this. Then time to tackle some things. So again, those are the seals, one for each side, trunnion bearings for each side, seals, more seals, more seals, little jam nut seal thing. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And these are the bottom caps, so fun time. So yeah, these are the ARP black studs, so I'm gonna put those on, cone washers and everything in there. All right guys, a little update so far. Okay, you see there, it's nice chromoly axles. I took them out. It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna show the video or tell you guys how to do it. There's plenty of videos out there, really good videos that you could watch if you have a mini truck knuckle setup like mine. Really the biggest thing is it's really a pain in the ass taking out these cone washers that you see right here. somewhere. These cone washers. Anyway, the cone washers that that go on these things are really hard to take out. So you do need to just be persistent. Get you one of those, a brass drift punch, and as you see, I worked the hell out of it using a hammer to beat the heck out of it. And yeah, it took me over an hour to do it, but I just kept hammering and hammering and hammering, and eventually that cone washer gave out. And speaking of cone washers, this is the update so far. I'm gonna take out these ones, so I can take it out of the knuckle here. So once I'm able to get the knuckle out, then once I'm able to get this out, then I'll be able to punch out the races that are in there that's holding the trunnion bearings. And once that's done, I'm gonna be done for the day. Who knows, maybe after dinner I'll work on tightening up the knuckles right before bed, torquing them and everything so it can be ready. And then the next time, what I'll do is I'll use that 3/4 reamer and just go to town on this thing, so I could use the bigger 7/8 heims. As you've seen in the previous day, I went to town and got 3 holes, and this is the 4th hole that I need to do, and then I'll have to do that other side. So I have basically Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's Sunday now. I have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I can't do it tomorrow. Wife is going to work, so I'm gonna be watching the baby. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I have all of this to get done. So I'm most likely get everything done on this side, get this done. And you guys seen this already, this beefy that I spray painted earlier, these this drag link and this tie rod. It's a 1/4 inch thick, so that thing is never gonna break. Never say never, but it is pretty damn thick and heavy. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan, and hopefully I'll get everything done prior to the trip next week. It was looking like that. Last minute stuff, but that's the way we do it around here, right? So stay tuned. Alright, quick update. Right, I'm on daddy duty today, so I couldn't really get much done except some this morning, but it was a lot of fuckery that I really didn't want to get into. But anyway, just so you guys know, the trick, I called Yoda Masters, and this was what I was doing. There's really no way to torque these knuckle studs into the actual knuckle themselves. There really isn't. The only way to really do that is you put a nut, and then use a washer. I like to use a washer, and then put another nut. You could use just a double nut method and then just snug it tight, from there. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it again and get it as tight as I can, because of the fact that earlier I did use one of these older ones and it seized up, and so I had to use an angle grinder to cut the nut off, and it was a lot of slow progress because I didn't want to damage the thread. So I was just going slow, and then using this to back out, and then just kept doing it over and over without trying to damage the threads on the top here. So anyway, I was able to figure that out. But just so you guys know, that's how you do it. You use 2 nuts into the knuckle stud into the knuckle. Alright, quick update, guys. Took me a couple hours, not too bad this time, but I should have just done it in the get-go, and I probably would have taken only an hour to take out the damn cone washers again from Where'd it go? There you go. From that hub. So the secret, really, what I did is I just went to Harbor Freight, and I'll tell you what, man, that was magic. All I did was just put this against the, I put this against the studs, not the studs, but yeah, the screw on the damn hub. So I put it up against this and I just hit the other side with the hammer, and man, that, like, seriously, like 2 hits came out, 2 hits came out, all of them easy. One was kind of seized, but I just went to town on it like 7 times. Boom, 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 and off it came off. So that was that, and then took out the knuckle. So next up, I'm gonna go ahead and catch some lunch real quick. It's not even 12, but my next goal is now to this was giving me a hard time last time, but I'm gonna go ahead and drill that one. Huge update. This literally took hours of using that damn 3/4 reamer. That's probably the most arduous job I've ever done. It was just constant battle. But that said, finally I got it to drop in. So that took a long time, man. Literally like over 4 hours. Alright, now it's time to put everything back together. Good morning. So, about last night, everything in there is put together, but after that, I tried to put this drag link on, and somehow this heims seized right here. Completely seized. I was just turning it, and then I wasn't even going hard. It just, something happened. It just got stuck, and it would not come off. I tried to heat it, everything, it just wouldn't work. So that's done. This is done, so I need to pick up new 7/8 heim joints. 2 of them, one left hand, one right hand, and then this other one somehow seized on the ball. See, I can't move it. You should be able to move it, at least I can't. So that is also grenaded. I don't know how that happened, but man, I am just running into crazy misfortune for some reason. Crazy misfortune. So that said, I'm gonna go pick up I'm gonna go pick up new heims. I'm gonna go pick up a new tubing from a metal supply company, and the heims are going to be picked up at Cartex, so we've got to drive about almost 2 hours out to Corona, and then I'm going to have to weld this on. I'm going to have to weld a new drag link on, pick up a bung, pick up heims, and hopefully that's all I'll need to do. I'll also need to chop this off. I might have to stop by Ricardo's because I don't have a chop saw. So if I can't somehow get a metal supply company to cut it for me, they should be able to cut it for me. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. That's the last bit of it. Last bit of it. And then front end will be ready, and then I'll get an alignment. Hopefully I can get all of this done today. Enough yapping. Time to get going because I got a long drive, and then I got to pick up all these supplies. So stay tuned. Alright, quick update. It's done. Power washed this whole area. A little bit of grime and oil there. But she is done. Even give her a little bit of a wash. It just needs an alignment, but otherwise you're looking at 6 shooters. Probably gonna mark it down sometime this weekend. You know, quick little 5-10 minute job, just marking out the knuckle studs there, and as well as this area, the bolts. Put some paint in there to mark the spot. Didn't want to over torque, you know, I only torqued it to 100 feet per pound. You know, they're nylocks, and I got crush washers as well, so I don't think they're gonna walk on me, and I don't want to destroy the heims, you know, not right now. I don't want to put any more pressure. Maybe I could put a little bit more if they walk on me, maybe, you know, go by 25 feet per pound increments as if they keep coming off, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. Talking about the heims here and these grade 8 bolts. So, yep, all tied up. New steering stabilizer. I actually had to pick up the chromoly tie rods instead of trying to pick up a dom tube. Saved me some time. I just went to CarTech, and apparently they offer services to actually cut a tube for you with the, you know, length. Yeah, I know you're seeing a lot of threads right now, but don't worry, it's gonna get lined. Yeah, so that said, it's basically easy. You know, you tell them the size you want, and then they can tap it for you. They have, you know, all sorts of different heim joints there that you can choose from, different brands like FK. So yeah, these are actually even thinner than these ones, but I'm not worried because they are chromoly, and they're also a 1/4 inch thick as well inside. So yeah, they tapped it, but it is a 1/4 inch of wall tubing inside. So, and they are chromoly, so they are going to be stronger than the dome. But that said, the dome is also pretty stout, as it is a 1/4 inch as far as diameter goes. It's thicker, but it's dome steel compared to chromoly, which is going to be much stronger. So went with that option. So look at this other side too. So Pitman arm, everything. So 6 shooters, ready for Rubicon, but ready for Fordyce, and ready for Doozy Ursham. And of course, as you know, disc brakes back here. You can see the caliper. So it's nice. It's nice to have disc brakes. You know, when you're doing water crossings, you don't want to grenade drums in the trail. And then the next thing is just the day before our trip, I'm stopping by Devers. They're gonna take care of this. They're gonna make it not bow, as you can see over there. It's kind of doing the wave. You don't want that, but they'll take care of that, and it's gonna give it a little bit of a lift too. So it's gonna have a little bit of rake. I'm gonna have my camping stuff already loaded to it as well, so they're gonna balance it out. So, yep. Next time you see this, it's gonna be on the trail. I'll catch you guys there.